Every country in the world can relate to a culinary identity. However, in the past years, this identity has become a strong brand that identifies and distinguishes a country in the global culture. Peru, Thailand, Denmark have built a gastronomic identity for export, and it has become an industry that provides jobs and opportunities for thousands of people in their countries. The Bolivian Gastronomic Integration movement, in Spanish, Movimiento, Integración, Gastronómico, Boliviano, MIGA, has been working since 2012, articulating different actors from the gastronomic and alimentary field, understanding that gastronomy goes beyond just preparing food, since it integrates a series of processes and people that can work towards a sustainable development. A culinary identity brings people together with a sense of pride and purpose. MIGA seeks to rescue and reassert the value of local culinary heritage, enabling the development of the gastronomic and alimentary sector, and enhancing Bolivian food as a source of pride and identity. Bolivia has a wide cultural and natural diversity, which translates into many regional culinary identities. It is among the top 10 most biodiverse environments in the world. Its people have preserved its ancestral and cultural values, and now Bolivia has a rich culinary heritage that can become a potential asset for economic and social development. Gastronomy is a big part of the cultural heritage, and that's why it can lead to promote sustainable and biodiverse productive chains that transform economic and social conditions for all Bolivian society. Farmers, product makers, cooks, and consumers are involved, and they can contribute to enhance development processes through gastronomic tourism, identifying gastronomic routes and other products related to gastronomic tourism that show culinary identities and cultures to national and international tourists. Economic development, promoting family agriculture and inclusive businesses that enhance the value of the productive chain and their protagonists. Social development, promoting healthy eating habits and food security. The challenges in the current scenery in Bolivia are articulate and strengthen the actors involved in productive and gastronomic chains. Build a brand from the culinary heritage in Bolivia. Generate mass awareness that reinserts the value of the gastronomic and alimentary sector as a source of economic and social development. Articulate and promote gastronomic tourism with a strong cultural identity. Promote the direct commercial exchange between the members of the productive and alimentary chain. Contribute to the promotion of healthy eating habits for people. Promote family agriculture and environmental sustainability in Bolivia. Improve the quality of life through changes in diet, nutrition, and lifestyle. Promote the Bolivian culinary heritage into the UNESCO Intangible Heritage List. In 2015, MIGA promoted interesting platforms to articulate the productive and gastronomic chain. Tambo was one of the most important experiences. Tambo is a gastronomic festival. It has become the most important gastronomic festival in Bolivia. Since 2012, Tambo has been the most significant gastronomic and productive platform that aims to reassert the value of regional culinary heritage, articulating different protagonists that compose the gastronomic productive chain. In 2015, Tambo received over 30,000 people in 3 days in the city of La Paz. 51 producers and manufacturers, 63 restaurants and chefs that exposed the culinary heritage of 6 regions in Bolivia. Tambo promoted sales for over 1,000 plates a day in each stand, and producers and manufacturers sold out all the products they had. In 2015, Tambo celebrated its 5th version of Tambo Simposio, an academic gathering in which 8 prominent chefs from Latin America shared experiences and knowledge with 586 students that signed up for the event. Through live cooking lessons and masterclasses, Tambo Simposio addressed a very important issue: consumer trends and the role of gastronomy in their configuration. Tambo is not only a Bolivian food festival. It has academic platforms like Tambo Simposio, as well as areas for educational exhibitions specially designed for children in Tambo 3D. 3D stands for Descubre, Diviértete y Disfruta, which translates into Discover, Have Fun, and Enjoy. These interactive spaces are contained inside 2 connected structures called El Tren del Conocimiento, or the Train of Knowledge, that takes visitors into an imaginary journey through Bolivia to get get to know productive process of traditional products, who are the farmers and primary producers, how these products get to the table, how nutritional they can be, and what's the importance of preserving them in our culinary heritage. MIGA also promotes gatherings that empower women in the gastronomic and productive field, and that is why in 2015 MIGA organized the first version of the National Encounter for Bolivian Women in Gastronomy, and the subject of this first meeting was Quality and Equity, Empowered Women in the Gastronomic Field. Over 100 women, cooks, sommeliers, researchers, chefs, culinary journalists, and gastronomy students participated. Relevant women in the gastronomic field in Bolivia, as well as prominent researchers and empiric cooks that taught in prestigious culinary schools, shared their experiences and inspired women to think about their importance in the culinary field, as well as the importance of empowering themselves and encouraging each other to reach their goals. MIGA hosted dialogues and open discussions regarding culinary heritage and development issues. These spaces involved key stakeholders such as project managers from NGOs, embassies, and of course, prominent chefs. For the first time in 2015, MIGA participated in the consolidation of the first gastronomic tourism route with cultural identity that was designed by the Rural Market Program empowered by COSUDE in Bolivia. MIGA contributed to enhance the gastronomic and wine tourism of Valle de los Sintis as a region. This region represents a very important part of the culinary heritage in Bolivia, since it was the birthplace of Singani, the most iconic alcoholic beverage in Bolivia that represents our country around the world. This project is meant to identify more gastronomic roots in Bolivia, which can reflect culinary local heritage and cultural diversity of our country. We can all contribute to build a brand from our culinary heritage, a heritage that makes us proud and brings Bolivian people together. And though it is challenging and there is still a lot to be done, private companies, local governments, institutions, and everyone that feels identified with the Bolivian culinary culture can work together so that we grow and harvest the pride of the Bolivian taste.